All right. Well, you want to go ahead and go, or you want to try?
Oh no, let's go. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm just really
No, you're all
distracted
good.
by it.
It's all good. All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the deal here. We were doing something before, so now we're back to doing that. Bo, take it away.
Okay, so you're now in your presidential suite hotel room at the Soggy Feather. There are ninja clothes from the ninja assailants that you defeated, strewn about the room. There is a mattress on the ground that has been dug through, has a giant hole in it, and it catches fire. There's probably a fire going underneath, and a little flame starts to emerge from it. Bill puts his hands together, arms crossed, and he goes, "Ugh, that's an expensive mattress. It's going to need to be replaced."
Nothing is going to go over and pick up one of the headbands from one of the ninjas, and is going to go over to. I guess all the windows in here are broken, right?
Yes.
All right, so nothing will go to a blank wall, and kind of draw Varel's attention. Hold up the bandana, and then because nothing got pretty beat up, do a little dab of blood and draw a crescent and hold it up, and then point at Varel.
What?
She points at the headband,
Mm-hmm.
points at the red crescent on the wall, then points at Varel, and then does a line across the throat.
I think. What?
I'll say, tell me about it from across the room. I don't understand a thing that bird says.
Is the mattress smoking?
The mattress is smoldering. Bill decides to take action. He runs down the hallway downstairs. He's like, "I'll get water."
Is there a curtain on the wall?
There are curtains on the windows. Yes.
All right, I'll rip it down, and I'll, use it to pad the fire. Throw it on and using my foot.
Okay. So you stamp out the fire. Let's do a survival check, please.
23.
23. Okay, so you successfully put out the fire. You do minimal damage to the curtain. And as you do that, Bill comes up splashing water around with a big bucket. And he goes, "Get out of my way." And he goes, whoosh. Even though it's already put out, he wants to make sure it's out. He splooshes the water on it. "I can't have my business going up in smoke, Pharrell."
Your business is a hive for assassins. You should slick your outsides if you expect to be under attack at night.
"Listen, in 20 years of operating this fine establishment, I have never had a single incident like this.
Not a single murderer.
Seems like somebody got too big for their britches and decided to be an M Sports champion and now can't take the heat."
Excuse me?
You heard me. I told you it was a long shot.
Hold on, Bill. Do you think this is a reprisal for his win?
What do you... You're new here, right? You came in through the welcome center. You're refugees. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Why would they send assassins to come kill you? What other
'Cause we're
reason would there
amazing.
be?
We're heroes of our own land, and they wish vengeance on our greatness.
Bill puts the bucket down. He reaches out an arm and puts it on your shoulder. He looks at you and says, "Pharrell, you may be great where you're from, but you're nothing but a turd underneath some god's foot here."
A turd who is an M Sports champion.
Which is why I said that this is your fault, not mine. They wanted you. And I came up here and helped you, you know. You were about to get knifed by that assassin in the doorway, and I hit him. So we're on the same team.
And I appreciate that.
Good,
Bill?
then don't yell at me. Yell at your little turd friend here who makes the sheets all bloody at night.
You're obsessed with turds. Says Nash.
Okay. Bill. A game. A game of which I was assaulted by a large alligator man. This same game that a statue appeared and banished him into a small hole is one that warns assassinations in the night.
What are you talking about?
M Sports.
You talking about the visit from the Lady of Pain?
Yes.
That's your finals match?
So, M Sports is the most important thing in all of this city.
To some, not to everyone. But it's important, sure.
That the
There's a lot of
lady-
people here. There's different communities. You know, it's important to the people that are into M Sports.
So why would the owner, the queen, the goddess of this realm, appear at M Sports, but not at an assassination attempt?
Those priests of Paylor didn't really explain much to you, did they?
No.
Did
They
you give
wanted
them
me
a
to be
fair
a-
chance?
They wanted me to be a blacksmith.
Well, that sounds like a noble profession. Why'd you turn that away?
Because I am a hero of my own land, Bill. I am not one for smelting.
We're back to where we started. He puts his hand on your shoulder again. Here, no one cares about your heroics where you're from.
Bill. And if this is how you communicate best, and I put my hand on his shoulder, I care. I am greater than a blacksmith. I am greater than this place. I will return to my land victorious, and I will be king once again.
For what it's worth, Varel, I believe you. Now look. I forgot what I was going to say.
You were going to
Someone
tell
else.
me why the statue doesn't appear at night to banish...
Yes, the Lady of Pain, yes. You're trying to apply logic and deductive reasoning to the Lady of Pain's appearances and wishes. It is futile. She is not an avatar of good or of evil. She's not an agent of law or chaos. The Lady of Pain does whatever she does, and her reasons are her own and mysterious. So you cannot say because in one situation the Lady of Pain interceded that it necessarily means there's a precedent involved. There's one thing that we do know for sure that the Lady of Pain does not tolerate, and that's open faction war. Perhaps this, I wasn't there, but the way you described the incident with Ventro, perhaps Ventro was already someone that she had foreseen her great wisdom as someone potentially about to spark something that was against her wishes. I don't know. We could sit here all night talking about her motivations and what she is and be no closer to the truth than we were when we started. But yes, violence and sigil is a real thing, and you can't expect the Lady of Pain to intercede ever.
So
You have to take care of yourself.
Nash has a question.
Yes, Nat.
Do you people think she's watching you all the time and just waiting for something to break out? How does it work? Like, is she listening to us now and just making sure we're not crossing some line?
We can't know for sure, but I'd assume yes.
Oh, that sucks. This is a bad place to live. You
are in her realm now.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I don't want some omnipotent bag of cheese listening to everything I say. For all
Nash.
what?
Don't you get it?
What?
We are factionless. We are heroes. We are her champion. That is why she does not punish our violent deeds. She knows what we do is good for the good of this town. We are immune.
Yeah, but I don't like her If she's as omnipotent as he
Oh,
makes
no,
it sound.
I'm really giving you guys the wrong impression here. You are not immune. No one is immune.
You have made this perfectly clear. She plays by her own rules, and we have arrived in town to play by our own rules.
She's not looking for teammates. I wouldn't. I would not make that conclusion. I like you, Varel. I think you should just focus on winning your M Sports championship, finding your friends, and then hopefully hitching a ride out of here back to your world. That's probably your best case.
What if she does? And now in his own world, what if she desires us to defeat all of the assassins, the entire clan, to appease her?
Squirts is just gonna look at nothing with a very confused and wide-eyed expression and just shake her head.
Bill also looks at nothing and says, "A little help here."
Nothing shrugs, points at both of them. Burke! Burke!
Yes, Burke! Burks!
Varel! Nothing will gesture at herself. Assassins! Holds out a hand, does the sound of like couple coins clinking into the hand, and closes it. Then gestures at the clothes laying around, and once again at the crescent she put on the wall. Assassins! And then makes the sound of just money spilling like crazy.
We sell the clothes at night.
No,
You're funny!
Varel.
Funny!
Nothing's trying to explain to you that these people were hired by someone else to
No,
kill you.
no, Bill, you let him go. Let him go. It's funny.
So, in a city where there is no violence allowed, there is a faction that
Wait,
takes in money to perform violent deeds.
where did you get the impression no violence was allowed? This place is the most violent place in the universe.
Then why did the statue appear and banish an alligator man for being violent?
You will make yourself crazy trying to figure these things out. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, you Burke, you no understand why you think you big here.
What word can I call you back?
You must learn. You must live here longer first.
What is curb?
I don't know if that's gonna catch on.
It will if I win.
It's true, you've done really well for yourself, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. Well, today it's 2 in the morning. You guys better get some sleep if you want to have a good rest for your competition tomorrow.
Nothing. What can be done about the coin assassins?
Nothing shrugs.
Then there's the symbol a place we could visit. Do we know who they are?
Yes!
Okay. And they are moonwolves.
No.
They are crescent puppies,
No.
bloodhounds.
Nothing's just shaking her head.
Bill,
Yeah,
what's the name of the assassins who attacked us?
not my world that I'm knowledgeable of. Let me roll a history check here. Yeah, I'd more defer to nothing for that information. But if you don't use the words, then she might not know to say them. She's very limited on her vocabulary. Is it blood foxes?
Nothing shakes her head.
And he leans down. He picks up one of the bandanas that's on the ground. It has a picture, as I described earlier. There's the wolf howling at a moon, and the moon is red. And he looks at it and he goes, "Red moon wolves."
Nothing does the little like, getting there.
That's the best I got. I don't know. It's a puzzle.
Nothing points at the crescent on the wall again. Moon.
Burgundy, magenta,
Bullshit. Says
blood
Nash.
red. Is it bullshit? Does Nash get it?
I should leave the room. I can't handle when the bird does this. Why can't you just tell us?
Is it crimson?
Crimson. Crimson. Moon.
Crimson. Okay, so that's the name? Nothing?
Nothing. Bends down, takes the some of the clothes and arranges it.
Okay.
Then jumbles it, then arranges it again.
What does it look like when it's arranged?
I don't know. Like headband, hood, top, legs.
It's like he's putting it in she's putting it in a particular order of some kind.
Order.
So we said crescent moon bandits?
Order Crimson Moon.
Moon crimson.
No, I think she said it. Order Crimson Moon.
Oh, like an order of a crimson moon.
Yes!
So,
I don't know if Bill's ever said that, but apparently he has.
Bill, a faction is not an order. An order is different than a faction.
I guess. Not the kind of guy that knows social structures too much.
So as long as you never declare yourself a faction, you can do anything you want.
Sure, why not? Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Okay. A plan evolves. We become stupid rich and fighting. And using our vast funds, we meet the Lady of Pain, remove her enemies from her city, and she graciously, with all her power, allows us to return home.
No, she's too powerful. You have no enemies when such power you have. Virl, give up. Just end fight. We sleep.
Yeah, listen to the little squirts. Lady of Pain can take care of herself. She doesn't need anyone on her side. You just worry about your survival.
Well, we'll sleep. But I'll dream. I'll go
Okay, you
back
do
up.
that then. I'm going back downstairs. Have a good dream, Varel. See you in the morning. He begins descending down. Do you guys want to do anything with respect to the windows, or just gonna crash?
No, nothing's gonna just go back to the chair, sit down. Short sword of warning, back into the floor.
That sword's pretty sweet.
It's pretty good.
All right, so everyone makes their way back to Sleepy's. Nothing has, I guess, set up a watch with your sword, which I didn't know about beforehand, so that's very cool. And benefit from the long rest, please.
Oh, thank
That could mean special things for everyone's favorite neighborhood floating heart.
Yes, so you have 2 regrowth points, Nash. What
Okay.
do you want to regrow?
Legs.
You want your full legs?
Well, I guess it's 1 point per limb. or potential limb.
Yeah, per limb. So to get a full leg with the thigh, it's a point each for calf and thigh.
Oh, jeez. And feet are separate?
Yeah, you have 1 foot though. You grew a foot last time.
Yeah, but still. All right, I'd like to try to form a... I'm going to hop along if I have to. I'm going to form a foot and calf. If that's where I'd like to put the points.
So you already have a foot from last time.
Or sorry, calf and thigh. So like hip.
So 1 leg. So you have a foot,
Yeah.
a calf,
A leg,
and a thigh
then
coming
a
out
heart.
of the heart.
Yeah.
Then you have an eye in the heart, and you have a mouth coming out of another tube. You have 1 hand at the wrist,
Yeah.
and then you have 1 sort of full hand,
Yep.
like forearm, hand, and elbow, and all that.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So there's even more body coming out of the heart now.
Great.
You still don't have an ear yet.
No. Oh. Well, how am I hearing everybody?
Through vibrations, like everyone sounds like this. Like you're hearing the
Oh.
vibration.
All right, I'm fine with that as long as I can make it out.
Yeah, you can still hear just fine, but
Okay.
it's a tremor sense they call it.
Okay.
Okay, so perfect. You have all that. It's quickly the sun sort of rises in Sigil at around 7 a.m. So sun begins spilling into the room. You're actually not quite sure when the competition starts today, so you don't know if it's worth sleeping in or if that's okay. But the sun spills in at 7 a.m. and you do hear a fair amount of bustle work its way up from downstairs. Seemingly a lot of clientele, maybe downstairs.
All right. Well, the last one started quite early, so I would get an early start on the day.
All right. What would you like to do?
Head downstairs and eat, I believe, my final voucher's worth of breakfast.
All right. So you make your way down the stairs and you see Bill and Pam hurriedly at the bar getting breakfast for people. It is a full house. You see all the characters that you saw last time, which I have to find their character names. Sorry about this, guys. But there's a full amount of people. A lot of the people you remember from the night before. So hang on here. I'm just getting this information up. All right. So where is it? Okay. So some of the people you see, did I not write down his name? Oh, I didn't write down his name. Shit, I won't remember the name. But you see the representative from Arcane Spice down there having breakfast with the representative from Angry Dogs Happy Sticks. And they're both still in the room having breakfast together. You see the couple that offered to have dinner, to make you dinner at their place and pick you up in a carriage. They're in there. They're having breakfast at their own table. The little lizard folk boy that wanted to be his daddy's down there, and he's kind of playing with some like toy soldiers at a table, having an orange juice at the table. And there just seems to be a whole bunch of other people in the bar. But they look familiar to you in the sense that maybe everyone went home and came right back to the bar and are now there. And as you descend the stairs, everyone goes, Pharrell! And they're all super happy to see you. And did you have a good sleep last night? A strange elf walks up to you and says, oh, did you have a good sleep last night?
I grab him around the collar.
Okay, grapple contest. 2.
14.
All right, you grapple him.
What do you know of my sleep?
Nothing, Varel. Just wanted to see how the champion was doing. My friend said that you were offering lessons, but he couldn't bring you down on the price. I thought maybe I could get some lessons from you.
And I'll lower him. That is a different concern.
I mean, you must be able to charge less now that you're making all that arcane spice money.
Yes, about that. And I'll walk past him over to the gentleman, the angry dogs, and the.
I just forget their names, so I'm gonna get it wrong. I think one. I thought I wrote them down, but I don't have them on my sheet here. Anyone remember what we called them?
I don't.
So many names to track now. I want to say it was Georges.
Georges?
See, there's Randorf, Bachkip.
Randorf
so
and
many-
Bachkip.
They were other characters. But yeah,
I love these names.
Bachkip was the Kenku that nothing fought.
All right.
Bachkip.
Bachkip.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna say it's just a different guy, okay? But he's got a big Arcane Spice logo on his shirt. And you approach this man.
Gentlemen,
Oh, good morning, Varel. It's a pleasure to see you. We're excited for the finals today. We know that you're going to win.
that is my plan.
Yes. Have you had a good sleep?
My eyes flare, but I let it go. I understand now that these contracts of yours are not villainous, and perhaps we can work out a deal.
Oh, you would like to work out a deal. Oh, excellent. We've already spoken to Bill and made some arrangements, but we're happy to have you on board as well.
Did Bill also become sponsored?
Well, the Soggy Feather has become the official home of Varel, and Bill only serves Arcane Spice, so we made sure to let the public know about that. There's a wonderful sign now outside of the Soggy Feather.
I see. Well, I shall have to speak with Bill.
Okay. Well, would you like to enter into a contract now? Some sponsorship of Arcane Spice?
These contracts, can they last single days?
It's a month-to-month sort of situation. It depends on your future career. We don't really like to talk about that aspect. As long as you're participating in finals, tournaments, and qualifying, it can go on indefinitely. But we do require that you participate in at least one tournament a month and maintain a standing of top 8 or higher in at least one tournament every 2 months.
If I were to wear your symbols today, what could I have for this single day exchange?
Oh, well, if you wore our symbols today, then we could agree just for today's event to 200 gold pieces.
Then let it be done.
Oh, perfect. And he takes up a really large luggage case from behind the table and puts it on top, presses a button, and it goes. And this large sort of closet emerges out of it. And he goes, licks his finger, puts aside, and he's like, takes one off the rack, takes a shirt off the rack on a clothes hanger, and he goes, "Here, try this on. I think it'll be your size."
Is it long sleeves?
It's a long sleeve jersey.
All right. I swing it over and tie it around my neck into a small cape.
Okay. We have cape if you prefer to wear a cape, Varel.
Then give me a cape.
Okay, and he licks his finger again. And he rifles through it and he goes, here. And then he pulls out a large cape. It has like a large sort of shoulder dressing as well, and it clasps around your neck. And it's long and goes all the way to your feet.
This will do well, and will not restrict me should I be assassinated.
All right, and the cape itself is a nice magical blue, and it says Arcane Spice in beautiful lettering with a picture of the blue bottle sort of smoking, and the smoke on it animates magically. So it's not just a static picture, but you see the billowing of the Arcane Spice in the bottle.
Excellent. What sort of special abilities will this cloak give me?
No magical items allowed in the competition, so none of that now. Right? And they both look at each other and they laugh.
Yes. Well, a pleasure. Fine cape.
Yeah, and as you turn that way, you bump into an older looking human, and those older looking humans got sort of weird glasses and a big scruffy beard. And he goes, "Excuse me."
Yes.
Hello there. You must be Varel.
And you must suffer from lockjaw.
No, come here a quick second. I have something to tell you.
I do not wish to be high for my event.
You won't be high, but well, just come with me a quick second. Just over here, out of the earshot of Hello, gentlemen. And he pulls you. He tries to pull you just towards a quiet area of the bar. Nothing hidden, just away.
All right, I'll follow.
And then he sort of turns his back away from the rest of the crowd, and then his eye transmorphs into sort of a feathery eye, and he goes, "It's me, Kittigree." He winks at you, and then he reverts back to the old man. "Is your friend Squirts available?"
Yes, Squirt survived the night and is upstairs.
"Oh, good. We have lots of work to do before we serve Kanjai's humiliation, yes?
Yes.
We have to make you into a fighting force. Can you ask the owner of this fine establishment if we can use his kitchen?"
Sure. I'm sure Bill won't mind.
"Oh, good.
I will
And where
go
is
find Bill.
Squirt?" All right. So you go find Bill. Meanwhile, the older man, who identified himself as Kittigree, makes his way upstairs and goes, "Squirt! Squirt, where are you? Squirt!" And nothing can Nash, you hear this as well. It's an old man.
Nothing's following Varel. Sorry, I guess.
Oh,
I should have
okay,
said
yeah.
that.
Varel has no idea. You're really good at being stealthy.
I'm gonna ignore it for now because I don't know what's going on, and I'm laying in bed,
Okay.
marveling at
where
my
are
new
you,
limbs.
Squatch?
Yes, Squirt's here. Squirt's here.
And the old man, he changes his face a bit, and you see the bird eye, and he blinks at you and says, "It's me, Kittigree.
Yes, we talk tricks. Talk tricks.
So we have a new mission today, because we can't do the 6 sticks, because so many people will be watching.
Yes, too obvious. No secret tricks.
So we have to make something for Varel. You come to the kitchen now."
Yes, let's go. Come chunks, you add special flavor.
Okay, so everyone makes their way down, and Bill has agreed, Varel, to let you use the kitchen, although he's a little untrusting, but he's okay with it. Bill's kind of in an elated mood this morning as well. "All right, come with me." He makes his way. "Thank you, Bill." And Bill goes, "Yeah." And the old man pushes his way into the kitchen, and you follow after him. And the kitchen's got, a big pot in it, a hearth, lots of like a counter space, pantry shelving. He's like, "Okay, so in order for us to do tricks, we can't really poison the contestants this time. So we have to make something special for Varel. We make a special breakfast."
Yes, anti-poison.
As soon
Instead of
as
sick, he gets strong.
as soon as he says that, Nothing reaches into her bag, puts the chef hat on her head, and is looking very intently.
Oh, good. We have another student. Excellent. Okay, so someone bring that cauldron over to this fire, please.
Nothing goes and does it.
Oh, I want to float. I want to look like a big idiot with my big dumb foot and carry it. Can I do it?
One at a time. Who wants? You can all help.
Let me do it, bird. And then I come hopping in. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I'm trying to get used to not floating. I assume I can still float if I want to, right?
You can still float.
All right. So I'll use the float just to kind of keep myself up. I'll grab it and then I'll hop it across the room.
Make a strength and athletics check, please.
Okay. Boy, you can't imagine what bonus I don't have there. Ooh, a nat 20.
All right, you lift it up and float it over with ease, impressing nothing. And
That's the truth.
Squirts and Kid agree with your floaty strength.
Okay.
You bring it over and you hang it up, and he goes, "Very good, thank you very much for bringing that over." And then the old man opens up his cloak, and inside you see that the lining of his cloak is made entirely of soil, and that there are mushrooms and plants and all kinds of gross stuff growing in it. He goes, "Now, where should we start, Squirts? Should we use the Mingini Taki?" He points to one sort of bulbous-looking mushroom. "Mingini is good. What do you think?"
We We use one.
Which one?
Strongest one.
Strongest one. And he
Yes.
points down, and there's a large pink glowing, looks like a tumor, just growing out of the soil. And he goes, "This is a strong one.
Yes, strong,
Should we
good.
use that one?"
Oh, yes, Varel say he's strong. He can take it.
All right, and he goes, "I'll need one of you young'uns to pull it out. Can someone pull out this bulb, please?"
Your turn, bird. I don't have the
Alright.
balance.
Nothing reaches and pulls.
All right, strength check, please.
Oh, this is not going to go well at all.
Better than me.
4.
Okay, so you go to pull it out, but the roots are dug in deep into the soil. He goes, "I think you'll need some kind of hatchet to open up the roots, to cut them off. Do you have a hatchet? A knife?"
Nothing pulls out one of her daggers.
Oh, very good. Very good. Make a survival roll, please.
That is a natural 20.
All right, so you cut out all the roots, and you've now got this big pink bulb of mushroom in your hand. And the old man Kittigree goes, "Now I need you to cut it into small pieces. You have a chef's hat, so you must know how to cut them." Yes.
Nothing sets the mushroom down and just starts haphazardly cutting the mushroom into small pieces.
Okay. All right, make a cooking skill check, please.
I am proficient at it, so what's my proficiency bonus right now? That'd be 18.
Okay, so you cut them into small, fine pieces, and he goes, "Place it in the cauldron, please. Pharrell, don't go anywhere. We'll need you soon."
All right, drop it in the cauldron.
All right, he opens up his cloak again to you, Squirts, and he says, "What should we add next?" And you see all kinds of green fungus and leafy greens and mushrooms. There's purple mushrooms. There's beige mushrooms, and there's also like these weird flowery looking things that look like kind of maybe tulips.
We need one that can move. One that move well. One
Oh.
fast mushroom.
And he looks behind, sort of. He pulls his jacket a bit, where his like maybe he'd be covering his butt or something, and you see these little plants with jaws, and they're going. "Would you like some boulder heads?
Yes, they fast. They fast.
Take the boulder heads." He holds out his
All right.
cloth to you. "You might need to cut
Squirt.
them."
Squirts will stick her hand in and let them bite her fingers and pull back.
Oh, you let them bite you?
Yeah.
All right, you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
They bite you. One grabs your finger and doesn't let go. "Oh, now, Squirts, don't let them bite you."
But then I pull like this, they come out. And Squirts will pull her finger back and see if it comes out.
Oh,
of
you're
the
gonna
soil.
pull it out. All right, strength check, please.
Mhm. A 6.
Okay, so you're able to pull out the amount you need, which would be 10, but you're also going to suffer a total of 8 points of damage from the work required. So you managed to pull them all out, but you've got all these bite marks now on your fingers and stuff. But you've got all the plants, and he goes, "Good. Now we put them in alive, so just throw them in."
Yes! And Squirts will pry them off her fingers and drop them in one by one.
Now, do you know what else we need next?
No!
We need onions. Get me the biggest onion in here. Who's gonna find my onion?
Bob.
Who's calling up? I can't see.
Bob has onions. Where's Bob? Bob, we need an
Bill.
onion.
Bill,
Oh, Bill. Bill, we need an onion.
Bill pokes his head and goes, "What?"
Bill, do you have an onion? A big one.
"Yeah, just over there on the pantry shelf.
Okay, I'll get it. And I'll hop
All
over.
kinds of onions."
I'll hop over there. And if
All
it's
right.
too high, I'll hover up and get it and then come back down.
All
And
right. Perception roll. You're looking for the biggest onion.
Okay. Oops. That would be a... hold on. What's my perception? Okay, that would be an 8 is all?
Okay, so you find a fist-size onion.
Okay.
Seems big enough.
All right, I got one. And I'll...
Someone needs to cut it now, please.
Oh, you're going to have... Bird!
Can you cut it?
I can't cut
Alright. Nothing will cut it.
Okay, cooking roll, please.
That's going to be a 13.
Okay, you cut it capably into small little pieces and put it into the cauldron. And you put it into the cauldron. Now, what else is missing from this? Squirts, do you have any suggestions? Maybe we put a spell in there.
Oh, spell of not get caught.
Good idea, Squirts. And he reaches down and he pinches your cheek. You're a good kobold.
Yes, best kobold blessed by gods.
Cast a spell into the cauldron when you are ready.
Squirts will kind of pause for a minute, and then her eyes will light up. And let me scroll into the spell. One moment here.
Are the character sheets back?
I think so. I'm looking at
Mine's
mine.
up right now, but I'm afraid to click anything. I changed my HP and lost it for a while, so now I'm terrified.
Okay, so I have something called Blessing of the Trickster. It's a touch on a willing creature, but it gives advantage on stealth checks for 1 hour. So
Okay,
I
so it's gotta
want
be
to
a
do a
creature.
version of Blessing of the Trickster. So I'd like touch the pot or...
Well, it seems that the spell only works on a creature. So, Squirts, get in the cauldron.
Oh, yes. And then she'll put chunks down on the ground and climb up into the cauldron.
Okay, it's very hot in there.
I've been in hotter.
Okay, so you climb on in. The water's boiling. It's burning your skin. So you have to be quickly. Cast a spell upon yourself.
Oh! And then I cast the spell on myself.
Okay, so you cast a spell, and now you're invisible inside the cauldron. So there's this large sort of empty void space where you're pushing, the soup you're making aside. And now release the spell into the cauldron, and then get out. All right. You release the spell, and then you're visible again, and the liquid changes into sort of a dazzling red color, sprinkly, and you climb on out. You're covered in this soup. Someone get Squirts a towel. Get Squirts a towel.
I'll get it. I'll hop over and get a towel.
All right. There's like a dishcloth.
Is it dirty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if I smell it, it's like a baby's diaper, kind of dirty.
No, it smells like food. Onions and eggs and
All right.
stuff.
I go, I hope this will do, and I'll kind of fling it.
Oh, yes, very good, thank you.
Okay, now, get some... Does anyone have a vial?
A vial what? Oh, a vial. Sorry. No.
On the shelf there. There's a milk jug. Get the milk jug.
All right, I'll get it. I'll go get that.
All right. And he gives him the milk jug, and he puts it into the soup, and he pulls it out, and it's this dazzling red thing, and he puts it on the counter, and just needs one other thing. And then he reaches into his cloak again, and he pulls out something's wriggling in his hand. He's like, "Don't you fight me now!" And then he pulls it out, and he's got a squirrel by the neck in his hand. And he takes it, and he goes, and he cracks its neck and kills it.
Oh, jeez.
I need a fork.
You need a funeral for the thing you just killed. You're brutal.
Could someone get me a fork, please?
Nothing will find a fork and hand it to him.
All right, he takes the fork, and then he pops the eyeball and pulls the eyeball out, root and everything.
Ugh.
And then he clanks it on the side of the glass jar, and it falls in. And he takes the other eyeball and goes... He clanks it. He's like, "Would anyone like to eat this? I'd hate for a squirrel to go to waste."
I can't eat yet.
It's breakfast. Of course you can eat.
Give it to the bird.
Birdie?
Nothing shakes her head.
Squirts, you want squirrel?
No, I'm good. I like chipmunk better.
So he just tosses the squirrel into the cauldron. He's like, can't let it go to waste. Okay. And then he gets a large sort of Kool-Aid spoon and he starts mixing. Vorel, come here.
All right.
So we have to trick Ganja today. We're going to trick him. Yes. But we can't trick him with 6 sticks or with scheduling. So we'll have to trick him a different way. You will drink this. This is the trick.
I see. And what will the trick do?
It will make you a god of M fighting.
Oh, that's convenient.
It will align your senses to the senses of the M fighting way, and you will see all connecting thoughts, reactions, and patterns. You will see it happen before you, and you will be able to make your decisions with the advantage none others may.
Oh, we made Ritalin.
A word of warning, Vorel. They are very anti-doping, so I will do my best to prevent them from discovering us. But you must try not to be discovered as well. You are like a child sometimes in your naivete. So I'd like to warn you to just not bring up the subject of doping.
Tricking! Subject of tricking! Good trick!
Squirts, you too. No bring up subject of bring up subject of tricksing.
No, tricks! Oh, okay.
Tricksing word banned.
Tricks never banned.
For the greater tricking good.
Squirts will look up, a tear in her eye. For the greater tricking good.
Drink, Vorel, drink. Drink it, yes.
And I'll grab the cauldron edges and lift and just.
Oh, no, not the cauldron. No, not the cauldron. The jug. The jug.
Oh, now?
Yes. It has the
All right.
squirrel eyes in it. You need the squirrel eyes.
And I'll knock back the jug.
All right, so you gulp it down. It tastes like, if you were to put dishes in a sink full of water and leave it for 24 hours and then take a shit in it and then drink it, that's what it tastes like.
Yeah, we've all
You know,
been
that
there.
thing you've all done.
College, man.
Yeah. I mean, we try not to speak of it, but yeah, it's a rough time.
Any sink in a storm, you know?
It also tastes like onions.
Perfect.
You-
Should I roll something?
Do you drink the eyeballs?
Yeah, no, it's part of the.
Good. You're supposed
part
to.
of the-
Just making sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So you drink the eyeballs, you drink it all down, and you aside from your mouth, feeling this taste I just described to you, you feel no effect. It'll take its time to kick in. I go now. I'm going. Your matches will start around 3 p.m.
3 p.m. It'll kick in. Got it.
Yes. Okay, I go now. Squirts, remember, for the greater tricking good, no tricksing talks. And
No talks.
No dopesing. You drink nothing. Pharrell, did
No,
you drink
no,
anything
yes.
today?
I
Coffee?
drank nothing.
There you go.
He drank the bird.
Good lad. I go. And he sort of waddles out, holding his coat together. Excuse me. And he leaves. You're now in the kitchen alone.
Nothing moves her chef hat, puts it away.
You guys about done in there?
Yes, we did nothing.
Great.
Not-
Well,
Not the bird, just the absence of something, not the bird. It's very confusing.
what?
Never mind. The bird's name is nothing. And
You
it's,
guys want some breakfast?
it's
If you
complicated.
get out of there. I will make breakfast for you.
Yes. Breakfast sounds delightful. Home of the spice, I've heard.
Yeah. About that, Vorel.
Surely some sort of large sign outdoors would cover a mattress most fancy.
Listen, Charles from Arcane Spice came through, and he said that we'd become one of the official vendors for Arcane Spice, as long as we put up a picture of you in front of the Soggy Feather drinking Arcane Spice and saying it was home of Arcane Spice's champion, Vorel. And I agreed. And you got to say kind of owe this to me because you set my mattress on fire and disrupted my room. So don't get me gruffing about it.
And 2 curtains.
Right. This is good money. You've really done me a good thing after all. I'm sorry I had harsh words for you, but this sponsorship money is something else.
I want to go outside and see the sign.
Okay. So you
For
make
I
your
have
way
taken no
outside.
such painting that I'm aware of.
All right. So on your way out, the little lizard folk boy goes, Vorel, I'm here. Are you ready to be my papa? And he grabs
No.
your leg and he goes, I've
No.
thought of this all night, and I listened to your wise words, except I just know it is destiny for you to be my papa, and not my
Squirts will-
actual papa.
Squirts will come up and bite his tail, and then go, "No! I say no! You back! You back! Foul child!
Papa,
be
help
gone!"
me! Papa, help me! This monster has me! This dragon monster has me!
You must defeat monsters. Find your own glory.
All right, roll for initiative.
Oh no.
It's just Squirts. Squirts roll for initiative.
It's a 9.
Okay, you go first. So you have
Okay,
him
I'm
bit
going
by the back
to-
of the neck. Yeah.
Yep, I bit him. I'm gonna let go and use my command attack. And let me open that up here. Okay, so it is a wisdom 16, and I'm gonna tell him to run away, you know, come back.
A wisdom 16. I rolled a 17. All right, it doesn't work. And the little boy goes, I enter my rage! And he goes, Rah! And then he jumps on top of you, claws out. All right, he rolls a 6 and a 3, so he does nothing to you. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast one moment. All right, it's going to be Sacred Flame, and it's at will, and it's going to do 2d8 damage, a Dex 16 save.
Dex 16 save? Okay. It fails this time.
Okay, it's going to do 7
this-
damage.
Okay, so I'm assuming lethal, because you didn't say non-lethal.
Yeah, no, this is war for Squirts.
7 damage?
Yes, you so tough to fight me.
Okay, so you let out your fingers and you burn the lizard folk, and he goes, ah! Ah, ah, ah! And he's lit on fire, and his body shrivels up, and he falls over dead.
Oh my gosh.
You let go, I tell you.
The whole
No
room is
mess with
silent
sports.
as the altercation has gotten the attention of everyone, and the room is just silent.
Squirts will look around and kind of realize maybe she's done something wrong. And then she'll grab the body and start to drag it behind the bar.
The room is just still silent as you drag it behind the bar.
So everyone hears the sound of this scraping as it's dragged back into the kitchen. And then I'm assuming there's an exit to an alleyway or something. She
All right.
dumps
Bill
it in
comes
the
out
alleyway.
Oh, you're going. Okay. So before you're able to get to the outside, you go to the kitchen, and Bill looks up from his cooking, and he goes, well, what's that you got there, Squirts?
Trash! I'm taking out trash. Almost back for breakfast.
Deception roll, please.
An 11.
He's pretty busy with his cooking that he looks really quickly and he doesn't seem to see that it's a baby and react accordingly and goes back to his food as you make your way to the back door and throw him out in the alley.
And
Okay.
Squirts will kind of walk back in and then look like she forgot something and kind of cover it with some trash to kind of hide it, and then walk back in.
As Squirts does this, the representative from Arcane Spice kind of moves forward and approaches Varel and he says, Varel, can I talk to you for a second?
I'm standing here doing my best, Travolta. Now, you have the answers for this, right?
We just have to talk for a quick second.
Okay, but you're going to tell me what happened, right?
It looked like your manager just assaulted and killed a young child, and then dragged it out the back.
Yes.
And you didn't stop this.
Well, a statue's supposed to stop these sort of things.
Pharrell, I've got to say, we really admire your fighting in the M Sports competitions, but we're a family-oriented business.
Is Squirts walking back at this time?
No, you're out there hiding your evidence.
Okay.
I can't, in good conscience, seeing the quality of your character here and not even reacting in any way. No one from your team. I'm having second thoughts on behalf of the organization, and he picks out the contract that he has here and he rips it. You haven't signed this yet, but I don't think we're going to be proceeding with any sponsorships. And he rips it, lets it go on the floor, and he's like, I'll need the cape back, please.
I see. Luckily for me, this is all a dream. I am still home. I will return there shortly.
Sure. And he sort of hurriedly takes the cape.
Now, before you leave.
Yeah, as you talk, he still takes the cape and starts putting it in his luggage and trying to close his luggage quickly. Yes.
There is a lady of pain who oversees this entire town.
Sure.
And she does not save children from being murdered by small gremlins.
No, probably not.
Sounds like bad leadership.
Okay, well, best of luck in the competition. He snaps the luggage shut, claps you on the shoulder, says, we'll see you in the Coliseum. Good luck. Yeah, and he just sort of exits as quickly as he can, followed by the Angry Dogs representative. And other people are just slowly starting to make their way out of the bar too. Just as this whole conversation between the Arcane Spice guys happening, other people are just slipping out, including the couple that offered to take you to dinner, the elf that wanted lessons. People are starting to just make their way out of this scenario.
Well, simplifies my life, Nash.
Yeah, I guess so. What do we do now? You've got no sponsorship.
We make the competition, we win, and we get massive monies. And we need no sponsorships for such things.
So in theory, we get the whole take. There is no middleman.
True, and likely we would upset them eventually. They'd be like, "Oh no, we disagree with your avoiding assassination attempts. It sure was brash of you to defend yourself against attackers in the night. We wish you had left their clothes on when you defeated them."
I think you have a point, and I'll hop up and down excitedly on my one leg to show my.
Squirts comes back. Squirts, you make your way back into the room. The bar is empty, completely devoid of people, except for
Where'd
your
they all
companions.
go? They scared of squirts?
It seems so.
They should be.
You killed the kid in front of an entire room of people.
Okay, let me just say this so it's on the show. Squirts is 2.5 feet tall. That is not a child to Squirts. And it entered its rage, and Squirts had a baby on its back.
It's
For all
cute little.
she knew.
It's cute little baby rage.
It talks like a, "You're my dad. I'm gonna mess you up. I enter my rage." That's horrifying for tiny Squirts.
Okay.
She was terrified.
I mean, mechanically, do none of these people know that that kid has at least like -3 hit points left? Like, you know, he's still all right. Just needs a heal.
That's true. Well, you could do something about it if you wanted to.
That's true. Yeah,
Do you have a healing spell, Squirts?
I think so.
A fair question.
This
It's
is
a
also
great
my
question.
first spellcaster, so.
All right. I'm gonna roll some death saves, I guess. Gotta find out what the fate of this child is.
Okay, I've got. No, Spared the Dying is 0 hit points. Would that count?
Yeah,
that-
you reduced him to 0 hit points. Yep. That
Okay,
stabilizes
so-
somebody.
Okay, so we'll rewind it. She takes the kid out to the
Nope,
back.
There's no rewinding it.
Oh, no rewinding. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
But you,
Squirts will read the situation, realize she probably does have to do something, and then go back to the alleyway and do Spare the Dying.
okay, so where did you hide the body?
Out right in the alleyway, right by the trash.
Under
Is-
some
is-
garbage.
Under some garbage. Alright, so you dig through the garbage and you find the young lizard folk boy dead in the garbage. Just burned to a crisp. His entire scales are all black.
That might have been overkill on Squirt's part. And she'll do Spare the Dying.
And you reach out, you cast Spare the Dying, and you hear a little Papa? Pharrell, is that you?
Squirts will bite her tongue, and she'll whisper, "No, it was your own dad who actually saved you. Go back. Don't come back to Varel. He let you burn. It was his fault. Now run back home."
And through blackened scales, you just see bright little eyes sort of blink at you and go, and the lizard folk just takes off down the alleyway, and clumps down and runs away. Just sort of staggering because in a lot of pain. Papa! He yells as he runs down the alleyway. And
Squirts
out of
will-
view forever.
Okay, that might have been one of my favorite side stories that ever came out of this thing. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm a cleric.
We've done good
Didn't
here
mean
this
to
day.
kill him. I honestly did not mean to kill him, but it was already done.
Yeah, like kids don't have a lot of hit points in D&D.
We're in real life.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
All right.
I like to imagine that through this entire thing, nothing has just been sitting there, beak just dropped a little bit, just watching it all transpire.
All right. And Bill comes out with like 6 plates of breakfast, and he's like, "Where did everyone go?"
Squirts killed a child, and they all left.
No, I did not kill a child.
All the same,
Child
Squirts.
lives.
My life is
Child lives.
vastly simpler.
Yeah, the kid lived. Varel, the kid, it was okay. He didn't die. He's okay.
good.
Yeah,
Then even better.
it worked out. I mean,
Everything worked out, Bill.
it worked out as well as it could.
So there's no dead kid in my place, but why is everyone gone?
Because they believe there's a dead kid in your place.
Oh, for beep's sake! I just signed a sponsorship with them. Pharrell! And you hear Pharrell! And it cut to like just the house shaking and the yelling going from the street corner. It's like a sitcom. He's like, we were this close to retirement. That money would have done us real good, Varel. Why did you let this happen?
I said he should defeat monsters, and he attacked my manager. My manager defended herself, and that's M Sports. M Sports is a dangerous profession. You so yourself said.
All right, here you go. And he takes the plates. I don't know who these are for, but you can eat these. And he puts about 6 plates of food on one of the tables, and he goes, eat up. You got a long day ahead of you. If you're going to win this competition, you're going to need protein.
Have at it.
All right. And Bill goes back to the bar, and he's pouring himself a big glass of arcane spice. Just the spice. This is a big, milky blue, sparkly glass, and he just chugs it back. And he puts the mug on the counter. He's got a milk mustache, but it's sparkly and blue. All right, so the party eats breakfast. Is everyone eating? I don't know if Squirts is...
I'm not eating because there's nowhere for it to go.
Squirt's elite.
Oh, so you're not eating anymore?
I can't eat until I have a stomach.
You've been eating before. You have a stomach.
Where?
It's in there somewhere,
In the heart?
I guess.
How big is my heart?
Now, we talked about this already. I thought
Did
I
we?
clarified that.
Did we talk about it?
It's just fine. Yeah, in
Oh.
fact, eating is probably important for you to grow because
Oh, well, in that case,
you'll
then yeah,
suffer
I'll
if you don't eat.
I didn't realize that. All right.
I don't want to make you eat. I'm
No,
just
no, no,
saying,
no.
if it's- Don't let the fact that you don't know where your stomach's located, bother you.
Yeah,
It's in your foot.
don't let that get to you. That's not a problem. All right, I'll eat then.
Okay. So everyone eats quietly. Okay. Perfect. And as you guys are eating, a young sort of looking man enters the front door. And he's got kind of this uniform on. It's sort of this buttoned up kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like flapped over, right? And it's buttoned down, 2 buttons on either side. Sort of a red shirt. He's got these like white slacks on with these boots, an official looking haircut. And he goes, would there be a Vorel Resvim Kurik here at the Soggy Feather? The sign outside seems to suggest this is his dwelling.
That is I.
Vorel, I am Pantheon. I know it sounds a lot like a pantheon of gods, so that's exactly how it sounds. Anyways, I'm from the big time Smackaroo M Sports Gaming Commission. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
No, I'm to be your official handler.
Good.
Yes. So we have a big day ahead of us today in the competition. I see that you're eating breakfast. Showtime is 3 p.m. this afternoon. We'd like to get you there at least an hour beforehand so that we can register you in, make sure everything's okay, and get the show started. Yes?
I see. There will be a misunderstanding along the way.
Oh, what's that?
Many people believe my manager killed a child this morning.
And did she? You said they believe so.
It was a trick.
He is well.
Sorry, so you didn't kill a child.
No, they believe so.
Well, that's as long as you didn't kill a child, and even then, if you killed a child, I mean, you're in the top 8. You've got to compete.
See, Bill?
Child killing child killing is not on the list of disqualifications on there. Disqualifications that are possible include doping, so using any kind of magical substance to increase your prowess at competition. Magical items and the like are strictly forbidden. You are allowed to wear sponsored items, but they will be tested to make sure that there's no shenanigans involved with them. You're not allowed to, cause physical violence on other competitors. So, that includes not just during the competition, but outside of the competition. If, say, assassins are sent or something along those lines, it doesn't happen very often, but it's not unheard of either. And what else is disqualification? I mean, any other form of cheating that we deem cheating upon investigation will get you disqualified as well. But killing a baby or having some kind of criminal past is not something that we get involved in. So,
I think esports in this place is a little corrupt. Don't take drugs, but kill a baby's fine. Go ahead and kill a baby.
We're not
disqualified.
We're not against drugs. We just don't want anything that's performance enhancing. It creates an unfair spirit of competition.
Well, we can't have that.
That's right. Yes.
We can have infanticide, but no. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
No. Personally, I don't agree with infanticide. I think it's abhorrent, but it's not part of the rules of M sports fighting. So you're kind of mixing the morality of two different things here, Mr.
Nash Maggard of the Solar
Excuse me.
Mines.
There you go, Mr. Solar Mines.
Well, should we follow you, or how should we begin this fine day?
Well, I'm here a bit early, but I wasn't sure where to find you, so I thought it was going to take a bit longer. Really, we can meet back here, say at 1 o'clock, and when you're ready to go, I can escort you to the Coliseum grounds. Will you be needing any security, or are you providing your own?
Nothing raises her hand.
Yes, Kenku.
Security.
Yes, would you like some?
She points to herself. Security.
So you have your own security, Varel.
Yes.
It's this fine-looking Kenku you have.
Well,
And his words trails off as he looks at you, but I don't mean to stare. I'm quite sorry.
a surprise round every turn.
I look forward to escorting you all later. And he sort of stumbles over his words as he looks at nothing.
What is he? Is he a person?
He looks like a human, maybe elf. You can't really see his ears. He's fair-skinned, though. Your money would be on maybe even half-elf. Somewhere in the spectrum of human to elf.
Okay.
He goes, okay. And as he leaves, he doesn't break his eye contact with nothing as he goes towards the door. He misses the door handle. He grabs a curtain and he goes, oh. And he grabs the door handle and he leaves. So it being about, 9 o'clock in the morning, you have about 4 hours till you're getting picked up by Pantheon.
We should make up our own sponsors.
What'd you have in mind?
We go to the market district, we find capes, hats, what have you, put our own names on them, and people will think that I have better sponsors than them.
That'd probably work.
Then they'll be all jealous, and they'll want to re-enlist me. Plus, we'll tell them we didn't kill a child.
Team didn't kill a child. Do you guys have money for this?
Oh, I guess I wasn't paid this morning.
No, we have no money.
Well, you earned a bit of money, Nash, from your time you were waitering last night.
Oh, that's right. My inventory, though, says I have 25,000 gold. There's no way that's right.
No, it's 0. but plus whatever you earned last time, which you wrote down, right?
Maybe.
I think he earned 20 some gold, something like that.
80. You told me. I wrote it down. 80.
Was it 80?
80?
80. I think you told me 80 because I wrote 80
No
here.
way, it was 80 because you earned less than nothing because nothing was stealing.
I earned 45, and I did what Nash did and stole.
Yeah, I would say it's 21. You got a gold piece for
Oh.
your wages and about 20 gold.
Well, then why did I write 80 gold? I have no context for it. I just wrote 80 gold.
I don't know.
All right, I'm putting 21 in there then. So I have 21 gold, and I tell Varel that,
Okay.
and we can probably do something with that. So what do you
Bill.
say, Varel? Should we go?
Yeah.
Care for a sponsorship?
What do you mean?
I'll wear a hat that says Bill on it.
I'm in the hole enough as it is. I'm gonna need gold from you to fix that bed upstairs.
Aha.
I don't even know if Arcane Spice is gonna give me money now for that sign out there if they think you're a bunch of child murderers.
But we're not.
You were so
That
friendly.
doesn't affect the business aspect of this, which is they think you are, and they're not gonna pay us.
Bill, factions are so complicated in this city. Surely something good will happen.
Why are you asking me for money?
You just what? No, I was gonna go buy a hat with your name of your tavern on it.
Oh. Well, if it doesn't cost me anything, and you want to be sponsored by the Soggy Feather,
Sure, I don't particularly care. I just wanted to make people jealous of all the names on my back.
But,
okay.
Bill, if that's a
Yeah,
problem, we
I'm
could
in.
go up to the Stinky Wiener and use them. Would you prefer that?
no, don't use the Stinky Wiener. Those guys are assholes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yes, that's a made up place.
It is a made up place. I totally forgot I made it up.
But the Soggy Feather is not a made up place. It's a real place. And
Right.
yes, I want you to wear our business name emblazoned on your back, Pharrell. You do me a great honor.
Excellent. Then where would we go, Bill? The Market District?
Head right to the market, find a seamstress. Didn't that guy just say he was going to pick you up at 1? You've got 4 hours to make this. You're going to need the services of somebody very fast.
Let's go.
Okay, so the party leaves, you exit, and you make your way with some directions from Bill to the main market bazaar. And you enter into this impossibly large open area surrounded by houses in sort of a triangle shape, just stalls upon stalls upon stalls upon stalls of people selling merchandise. And the nearest stall to you as you enter this area is someone with a bunch of hats. And these kind of hats, they're cone shaped and they've got little propellers on the top. All different colors, patterns of everything available. There is a halfling there attending the stall.
Halfling.
Ah, yes. Hello. Would you
Can
like to
you-
buy a propeller hat?
If I can put a name on it.
Well, we don't really do custom work here. I am not a seamstress. I'm just a lowly merchant who would like to sell
Can I
you
walk
one of these
on?
hats. Look, hey, no, look, and he flicks the hat and he shows that it's spinning around. He's like, wait!
Moving on.
Poor guy.
Okay.
He had a good sales pitch.
I mean, I could describe everything in detail, but is there a particular type of stall you're looking for apart from the specific one? Like a type of temperament or, what are you looking for?
I mean, ideally, someone's like sitting there, either like putting letters onto hats or sewing intently.
Okay, so something you see that's adjacent to seamstressing is you see that there's a large stall full of carpets and rugs, and there's an orc there wearing, turban, and he's got like cloth. He's got that this Arabic sort of look to him with his clothes style, like a Bedouin kind of dude, but it's an orc, and he's just there and he's got his hands crossed and he goes, "Come see my carpets." You'll love them. Hey, you there, lizard.
Yes,
Have you ever owned a carpet before?
I have not.
Why not?
That's a good question.
Do you have something against carpets? What have carpets ever done to you? Ah, but there's the question. What has a carpet ever done for you?
I'm listening.
It can tie a room together. A room can feel loose, all over the place. You have furniture everywhere, disconnected. It needs the carpet to tie the aesthetic of the room together. Look, behold, and he shows you a beautiful looking red rug full of patterns and designs, and he goes, behold this beauty. Once belonged to a great king in the realm of Frella. But the king was overthrown, his possessions auctioned. And now I'm in possession of it. And for a small 200 gold piece, you can now own this rug and bring your room together and live like an emperor.
A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I'm in search of clothing with letters on it.
Clothing with letters upon it. I may know someone who can assist you with this. What letters are you looking for? I need to see if this person has them.
I want to spell the soggy feather on a cape.
Oh, he peers at you a little bit, and then he looks down at he has like sort of a chair, and there's a little like a lunchbox, and there's a magazine. He looks down, he picks up the magazine, puts it next. You're on the cover of this fine magazine. Oh, and I've been showing you our crusty wares. Pardon me. And he puts the rug aside. He's like, I've got better goods, I assure you. Varel, M Sports fighting champion, looking for a cape.
A cape.
And you wish it to say the soggy feather on the back.
The very same.
I will send you to my brother. He begins writing a scrap of note. Seek my brother Lohar. And he hands you a little note, and it's got, it's written in Orc. Do you speak Orc?
I do.
Okay, so you see on the note that it says, please treat this client to your finest goods. From Zarfor. So you're speaking to Zarfor, and it's addressed to Lorhar.
Excellent. This has been an honorable transaction.
Yes, well, my brother makes the finest capes and tunics and all of the bazaar. Do not go to any other vendors. Trust the Lohar brothers. Yes, that means my brother's name is Lohar. That's just how it goes.
An honorable name. And
Good.
I head out.
All right. And then you head out, and you just see down the stall, you see that there are tunics and capes, and you see an orc again in a turban. And this orc in particular has like a pencil-y mustache that twirls around. It looks very fine. He's got a fine tunic on, a kerchief sort of poofing out of his neck. Sir, hello. Come, stay a while at our stall.
Lohar, I presume.
The same.
I was sent by your brother, a most honorable carpet merchant.
Zarfur. None are more honorable than merchant Zarfur, except for myself, the fairest prices in the bazaar. I assure you, you are in big, capable hands.
Excellent. I look for capable hands to put upon a cape the soggy feather.
Very good. And what fabric do you wish for this cape to be made of? And there's this device where it's almost like he can flip through different spools of fabric, and he sort of flips through them, and he goes, yes, feel this one. It is of a fine silk, procured from a place called the Underdark in the world of Faerun, where giant spiders weave them, and then the little halflings go in and try to steal and cut away the silk to bring to the surface and sell as great material. Would this not bless your back on a fine day as today? And he looks at you, and then he looks down at his lunchbox and his magazine, and you are on the cover of this magazine. You are Varel, the M Sports fighting champion, the new upstart. Well, one of the new upstarts.
I am.
Well, it's an honor to have you here. We will get you something better than this trash from Faerun.
Now, this trash interests me. I wish to appear humble today, and I, for the moment, am going to spend a small amount of my vast fortune, 20 gold pieces, on this cape.
That's all we have. I mean, yes, that's a fair price.
Well, you haven't won the competition yet, so I understand that money may be a little less for you, but 20 gold pieces is no small amount of money. For sure, we can get you outfitted for something for that amount today. Absolutely.
Can it be done before the 1 o'clock?
And you would like the letters, the soggy feather emblazoned on the back? Just the letters. Letters are simpler than images, and particularly animated magical images may take time. However, if we're just putting simple letters on the back, then I think we can do that within an hour.
Simple letters is all I need.
Very good. So what color of silk would you like for your back?
Red like the flame, and the soggy feather in white.
Very good. Very fine taste you have, Varel. You do us great honor visiting. Here all, the great champion Varel has deemed Lohar's stall as the great stall where he will accept his cape. And then more customers start coming towards it and start looking at Klaus. Yes, come everyone. Visit the same stall that Varel visits. Come back in an hour, Varel. We shall have your cape for you. I have other customers now that I must assist with. And then he sort of turns around, bows to a smaller little halfling, and he says, make this quickly in 1 hour. And the halfling goes back to sort of, there's an area where there's seamstresses kind of working on clothing back there, and they brush aside all their work and they start working on the material that you gave them right away.
And there we are. These people don't care about children.
And as you say that, a floating little eyeball just sort of, you turn around, you say it, you look, at a floating eyeball just blinks at you. It's got little wings on the side, like hummingbird wings. And then it floats away.
Ah. Well, nothing will come of that, surely.
Yeah, that seems real. Like that's not going to come up again.
If we see another one, we'll tell it the full story.
Hello there. Vorel, hello.
Hello.
All right, as you turn around and look, you see that there's a guy with a helmet and two horns that go like this, like complete stereotypical Viking look. There's a big man with like leather sort of strap and like not a kilt, but like a fur wrapped around his waist and big boots. He goes, hello there, hello, Forel, champion of M Sports. Come visit my stall. I have things for you to see. Wares from the great beyond. Come.
Okay. I will spend an hour perusing the marketplace.
Okay. Oh, you're going to spend the next hour doing this. Okay. You don't want to go Starbucks or anything and chill for a bit?
Bounce around the various stalls.
Yeah. So you bounce around various stalls and you realize there's a lot of material available in the bazaar. There's weapons, and that's what this gentleman was coaxing you to come over, was to look at his fine collection of axes and pole arms that he has for sale. Very nice stuff, but they didn't look the sturdiest. They look like they're more for decoration for suckers. But you see there's places to buy food, there's places to buy weapons, collectibles, knickknacks, magical potions, everything and anything, you name it. And so you spend the next hour sort of just taking it all in, everyone looking to get your attention. And as they get your attention, they call attention to other people that you're there, and then they get more customers coming. So you're kind of, after an hour, realize you're being used to attract other business once it's determined you're not buying anything. And this goes on for an hour.
Strange place.
Okay, so after an hour, you return back to Lohar's stall.
Lohar, Lohar.
Lohar, and he looks at you. He goes, "Oh, welcome back. Come, Vorel. Try this on." And he bring it, and then the halflings come out, sort of all outstretched. "I'll need you to kneel, please, Vorel."
I do.
And you kneel down. They affix it to your shoulders, and then strap it with a gold sort of clasp in the front. "Now stand and let us see the beauty of your back." You stand
I'll give a
up.
little twirl.
And you see emblazoned in large letters, it says "The Soggy Feather." And it looks gorgeous. It has nice white and gold trimming. It's bright red and flashy. And it says "The Soggy Feather" on the back. It's a 10 out of 10 in terms of looks.
Well done, Lohar.
Excellent. And then give me your hand. And he takes out a hand. One of his hands like this.
Okay.
Now he puts another hand on top of your hand. "My brother, you have brought me many great clients today. This one is on the house. Speak well of Lohar and the Lohar Brothers Emporium in your travels. I hope to see you again one day soon. You've brought us many great clients today. Everyone, look here. Vorel, the new M Sports fighting champion, shops exclusively at Lohar's Seamstress Emporium."
I've never shopped anywhere else.
And a whole bunch of clients begin coming in and placing orders and the exchange of gold. And he has now other shop assistants helping clients. It's the busiest stall in all of the bazaar right now, as far as you can tell.
Amazing.
All right. And with
While
that,
while we're shopping, nothing will go up to the floating heart, and in Squirt's voice, go "Key."
oh, yeah, this is a good time to deal with that.
Oh. Explain. More. What key?
Key.
Yeah, I heard you say key. Where?
Nothing gestures to the bazaar.
The key is in the bazaar? Damn,
That's all you're getting.
damn
You
bird.
must find key for you to find.
You must be able to help him find a vendor.
Yeah, I probably know where they sell them, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, because you can't describe things with language doesn't mean you couldn't, find a magical vendor throughout all this area, sort of guide him towards one.
Let's
All
go-
right,
If
I
you
just
wanted to be less cagey about it, because Scott's like, "Okay, key."
all right. Nothing just gestures to follow for you to follow and starts walking.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
so
go, bird.
A little bit of time goes by as he leads you to a stall, and on this stall, it appears very barren. There's a cloaked older woman there, and you see on her tables these little shaped sort of trinkets, no more than the size of somewhere size of marble, maybe a small softball. They range in sizes, little knickknacks, things that are pyramid in shape, Horus in shape, different shapes. Some look like flowers made out of ivory. All sorts of different little knickknacks on the table.
The key is here?
Yes, I sell keys here.
What do your keys do?
You don't know.
No.
Nothing points at him and goes, "Burke."
Oh, you're clueless. You don't know the chant, do you, Sonny? Well, I sell spell keys. And what they do is they unlock the ability to cast spells within Sigil. Do you require such advice?
Yesterday. Now. Yes. How much?
I don't have the power to give you the keys you need yesterday, young man.
It's a phrase. I just need it as soon as possible.
Right. Well, so what kind of keys are you looking for? They they don't all apply in the same situation. Are you what is the nature of your magical craft?
I'll lean in and quietly say, I'm skilled in the ways of a sorcerer, and I need to unlock all of my abilities. I say with
I
my
understand that a sorcerer does not spend time studying the ways of magic to learn about it, but they have an innate connection to it. But that does not answer my question, young man. What sort of connection do you have with the magical realm? Yes?
connection.
Yes, your spells are of a certain nature. Some may be of evocation, and some may be of necromancy. Some may be of everyday cantrips, and some may be powerful forbidden magics.
Most
We
of
don't sell
most of
spell
my
keys for
magic
those.
comes from the arcane, both cantrip and spell.
Yes, you're really not educated on magic.
I just make things go boom.
So she's asking to know what schools of magic that you cast.
Oh
basically.
shit. All right. Well,
You'll need a spell key for each school of magic.
all right. Well, let's look. How much is each key?
A key here offered is 500 gold pieces.
Well,
We do accept payment plans if you pass a credit check.
how much is the first payment?
It will be 12 payments, and it includes interest. Let me get my calculator. And a magical sort of abacus like appears before her,
Okay.
and she goes 500 plus 100 of interest divided by 12 months. That's 50 gold pieces per month. That's provided you pass a credit check. I trust you have your ID with you.
Where does one acquire an ID in this town?
Identification card.
No, I know. I know what those are.
They're typically issued by the faction. So if you don't have one, seek out your faction representatives to have one issued to you.
Shit. This isn't going to be easy, and I don't have money for the first payment. When's the first payment due?
You haven't been approved for credit yet.
Once I'm approved, assuming I get approved, how quickly do you expect first
Make the
payment?
first payment immediately.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's insured by the Frobisher bankers. If there's difficulty clearing it, you may wish to get a loan from the bank directly from them. I have very limited options on what I can offer you, Shani. I'm very sorry.
But I can't leave here I can't leave with a key without getting the loan. So I guess I'm leaving, and I'll go do that or figure something out, and then I'll come back.
Well, you bring your smiling face back once you have the available credits. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. And I'll turn around very dejectedly, looking like I don't know where I'm going to get that kind of money, credit, ID, or any of it. I am a leg with a heart on top of it, an arm and a wrist, an eyeball and a mouth.
With a heart heavy with sadness, knowing that he can't play D&D normally ever again, it feels like, Nash Magard walks into the bizarre crowd along with his friends, and the crowd engulfs him. And a moment goes by, and we cut to black, and that's where we'll leave it for this week.
All right. Sad Nash.
Sad Nash. No spell keys.
Oh, he's so sad. All right. So when you said schools of magic, I might just be dumb, but tell me what you mean by that.
All magic and D&D has schools for
Mhm.
wizards and sorcerers,
Okay.
warlocks as well. I mean, for everyone really, but there's evocation, necromancy, abjuration. I don't know them all by heart. Necromancy, divination is one of them. There's the 8 major schools of magic.
Yeah, and I've never.
There's also
really
Cockamimi, which is my self-invented version of School of Magic.
Cockamimi?
Yeah,
Cockamimi,
it's chicken magic.
chicken magic. Which, if you subscribe to the DM box, you'll know what that is. I'll be working on that soon, making some updates to it.
Cockamimi.
Yeah, there's just different schools of magic, and so you've learned that spell keys are basically licenses for you to be able to use specific magics. So you may need more than one if all of your spells are from multiple schools of magic. Yeah, and it turns out they're expensive.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Is it things like let's see, spell casting? No, sorry. I'm just digging down here. Schools. Where's schools?
So it's on each of your spells. If you click a spell, okay, in your character sheet, like light,
Yeah.
it'll say light, evocation, cantrip. Light. If you click on it, lightning lure is an evocation cantrip. Minor illusion is an illusion cantrip.
Oh, I see. Okay. I have to have a key
Molder-
for every one of these, or a key for each class.
Key for every school.
Okay.
No, once you have a school open, like say you get an evocation key, then all your evocation spells will work
But
based on the spell limit. She also told you, she doesn't have keys for 9th level spells. You're not clear on what the range is, but you're not going to get full access to all levels of spells either. It'll depend on the strength of the spell key.
So it's a bit like, illusion would be one, evocation you mentioned, transmutation, whatever they are, I'm going to need a key for each of those categories.
Yeah. And I will say, just to make your life a little easier, because this wasn't revealed in the conversation, but there are keys that can do multiple things, but they're rare, harder to find, et cetera, right? So there are things called power keys, which would unlock a lot of stuff. So your ability to cast spells is curtailed by this dampening field set forth by the Lady of Pain. But you can buy a license to get around it.
And the keys this person has are like gray or blue, and I'm looking for. I'd like some orange or yellow to orange, or maybe purple. That'd be great.
She has the spell keys available to let you cast some spells. So it's definitely worth it. Yeah.
All right.
You need the money or the appropriate credit.
I want the purple drops. That's what I want.
This is what you got into D&D for, Scott. Bank loans.
Yeah, that's
Go
right.
take one.
Yeah. I'm excited. I build my credit.
Live your best fantasy.
That's just what it is in Sigil. The sooner you get out of Sigil, the sooner maybe you get back to normal spellcasting.
Yeah. No, and I had the biggest bummer is seeing that total amount of gold I had that we forgot to remove in the Calamity. Good Lord, 25,000 gold. I don't even remember how we got it. It's gone. That's it.
Well, you weren't carrying all that on your person. Remember, Hope put that in the vault in Tiet Kala. That money's still there for you.
Oh,
back
good.
on Earth.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's in a vault.
All right. I'm going to buy something nice when I get back. That's how it's going to
Remember, you guys got 100,000 gold from your take at the bank heist that Joel Deligos did.
I mean, I have to be fair. There was a point where you asked me, is Stanley carrying all that money? And I said, yeah, I guess he is. So Stanley's is all gone.
Stanley's is gone. Stanley was carrying it. Yeah. But I know Nash is not really like a financial guy.
No.
Yeah, he probably did
He wouldn't want to hold it. He'd be like, whatever. He didn't even know he had it until he was on another universe. And he's like, oh, I got all this money.
Oh, it's true. It's true. All right. Well done. And well done, chat room. Thanks for hanging with us today. We appreciate it as always. We'll be back next week, and hopefully D&D Beyond won't crash, and we'll make backups just in case. That's what we'll do.
I already exported mine.
Oh, good. That was just
Yeah.
right thing to
I
do.
recommend doing that every time you level up, at least.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do. So anyway, that's going to be next week right here on There Will Be Dungeons. In the meantime, make sure you go to our website, therewillbedungeons.com. Do you like bonus episodes of content? Good deal, because if you signed up for our premium service, you get that along with a new episode. Now, you people who had to wait an extra week, you're going to get one today because you had to wait a week. But everybody else gets them early. There's that and so many more great reasons to support us at therewillbedungeons.com. Please head over and do that now. That's going to do it for us, for me, for Bo, for John, for Kristen, for Kyle. We'll see you next time. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Yeah.
You ever lose your spell keys?
Someone in the chat made a reference to that. And I remember Medicine Man.
So they did.
Yeah. I remember
Oh,
Medicine Man. That